Valve is a billion-dollar company, and Dota is one of its games with the biggest prize pool in the esports world. Over $40 million in a single tournament.
$40 million.
$40 million.
$40 billion.
$40 million.
What the 40 mil?
And I'm not joking. Sounds like a dream, right? But the truth behind this million-dollar empire will shock you. We all think how nice it is to be a pro player, but nobody knows only 0.01% get selected in pro teams, while the rest of the people who grind for years in Dota either do not get accepted or get kicked.
What?
After one bad tournament, and even the worst part, they get paid very low compared to an average job, which is kind of feels bad.
And then there would be a small salary, like nothing more than, I think, $200 to $400.
But you don't go pro in Dota just by reaching Immortal. Because to truly become a pro Dota player, you have to reach at least 15,000 MMR, which is nearly impossible for a normal person to achieve. The grind, the hardships, the toxicity, the throws in every game, the mistakes, the burnout, all of this without getting paid by anyone, because no one knows who you are and no one cares until you achieve something crazy, like hitting a really high MMR.
First time divine in under a year. Wait.
We all think it's wonderful to be a pro Dota player. You get to travel the world, play games, have fun, and earn an insane amount of money if you win the International. But no one talks about the harsh truth, or in other words, the dark side of pro Dota in the esports world. Now, before we continue the video, it is very important for you to know that only about 0.01% of people ever make it to pro Dota. And I'm not here to offend anyone, but it's just extremely rare and extremely hard. So now the question is, why are pro players like Arteezy, Miracle, Matumba Man, and the whole OG squad, Notail, Ana, Topson, Seb, Jerax, slowly disappearing from the pro Dota scene? And the answer is shocking, because the truth is even crazier than the rumors. Did you notice what happened after OG lost at TI-10? The team was crushed, broken into pieces, after being eliminated from the International 10 in 2021.
The toughness of the game affect us, but definitely the Dota was not good enough to win this game, and I think you have to also accept that.
And something unexpected happened. A broken hero named Magnus, with his ability Horn Toss, could pull enemy heroes with a stun and basically just delete them. A player named Collapse from Team Spirit was abusing this hero.
This is bullshit.
He's sitting on an Obs and Sentry right now for Sumail.
Wait, Horn Toss again! They got Sumail. They don't have Chrono afterwards. Round of this. RP gonna get off the market. Collapse. Pulls him back in. What in the hell? Sumail has a Ghost Scepter now inside the fountain. I don't know if he fought that or not, but figure.
And he was the reason OG got knocked out of the tournament. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but you can check for yourself just how powerful it was. After that defeat, Notail officially said he was retiring from pro Dota.
I'm personally taking at least a year off. I'm going to be taking a health break, so to speak. Challenge of for now, all I know is I need a break. Yeah.
A two-time TI champion, the #1 esports player in the world, officially walking away from the scene. Seb also took a break from Dota. Now, I think you're starting to understand just how stressful this life can be. But the story doesn't end here. Most people think Dota players get paid a lot. And sure, that's true, but only for Tier 1 players. And here's the worst part. There's no guarantee the team will keep you. One bad tournament, and guess what? You get kicked. And boom, you're back to ground zero, with nothing. We've all seen those emails and social media posts just days after a tournament. Thanks to player name for their contribution. That's it, gone. But in my opinion, changing roster after roster because of one bad result, that was never the right solution. Because the main problem isn't always the players, it's the hate and flame from the community, which has gone insanely high over the past few years. For example, if a pro player makes one mistake,
Oh, we might get back before midnight today. We might get back before midnight. I told you.
What happened to Duraccio? He killed himself on Tormentor?
What?
people start to hate and blame them for it endlessly. And it's annoying, because the person hating might be Herald or Guardian rank, blaming one of the best players in the world, without realizing just how hard it is to become a pro player. Going pro in Dota is not easy as you might think. It requires skill, the ability to control your anger, to appreciate your team when they make good plays, to contribute in team fights and help each other.
An ultra kill. Will he get another rampage at TI-10? Absolutely, Yatoro!
It's like a family where you learn new things, experiment with different metas, and mostly importantly, learning from your mistakes, which a lot of people don't even think about. But that family can have problems when they don't communicate and blame others for their mistakes, and it has become a real problem in Dota nowadays.
Oh my god, what? No! No! It can't be happening!
Grinding MMR is not a piece of a cake, and not everyone can reach a lot of MMR as we talked about. So it is important to consider that how hard it is to be a pro player, and the amount of stress tolerance to play this game is insane in my opinion. And not everyone have the patience and tolerance. Some might get angry and ruin other people's games on very small things. Dota is not a game anymore. It's a mental battleground, and only real warriors play it to the fullest. Not the crybabies who just throw and spread toxicity amongst other players, which kind of feels bad to me, really.
They're ganking top! Can you fucking come once on 3?
And most importantly, only Tier 1 players are considered good in my opinion, while the rest, people don't even care and everyone thinks you are just a random dude who plays video games. But here's the worst part. That pressure, it never stops. Every day you're not just fighting in-game, you're fighting to stay relevant. I can understand how hard it is to play with griefers, game ruiners, and throwers, but literally no one can do anything about it. Because no matter how good you are, Dota's competitive scene moves fast.
The pro tip of today is that it is what it is.
New players rise, metas shift, and if you can't keep up, you're done. Imagine grinding for 10 years, perfecting your skills, sacrificing everything, your time, your health, your social life, only to be kicked after one bad performance? That's the reality for most Tier 2 and Tier 3 players. No contracts, no security, no backup plan, no pension.
I just stopped doing them, I lost interest or whatever.
And while the top 1% live the dream, the rest are living paycheck to paycheck. Some players even stream on the side just to survive. Others quietly disappear, never to be heard from again. Look, Dota is not a fun and easy game to play. There are hundreds of heroes, with hundreds of abilities and items. An average student often can't memorize just a page of homework, but he knows all the names and mechanics of heroes, spells, and items. This is called selective memory, and it shows that how good and powerful a game can be. And let's not forget about the psychological toll. Some players have spoken publicly about mental health struggles.
I came with no expectations, personally. They just broke the game apart.
Others just break silently, like Mid One, once considered one of the most talented mids in the world, gone.
I think it's the pain of losing. I think I lost for 2 years. I was in Secret, and then I was in OG, and got kicked by OG.
This isn't just about skill anymore. It's about timing, luck, connections, marketability. It's about who knows you and who believes in you. It feels good to wake up early in the morning while everybody in your family is sleeping and you open your computer and start playing Dota. But here's the million-dollar question. Why do people still try? Why does every region still have thousands of grinders, waking up every day, queuing solo ranked, trying to reach 15,000 MMR? Because despite all of this, the chaos, the burnout, the pain, there's still that tiny spark of hope, that 1 in a million dream, that maybe, just maybe, you could be the next Thompson, a nobody from pub games, turning into a world champion, changing your life forever. And honestly, that's what makes Dota so beautiful and so dangerous. It gives you just enough hope to keep going. The thing is, going pro in Dota is not a bad decision, but the hardships of the games, with griefing teammates and toxicity, make the player lose control and hope and causes burnout, even if it takes everything from you. And that, my friend, is why 99% of gamers go broke trying to go pro, because they're chasing a dream that was never built to include them. But for the lucky 1% who make it, it's the greatest game in the world. Would you risk everything for that 1% shot? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video eye-opening, share it with someone chasing the dream, because sometimes the truth is the most important buff of all.